Hi everyone, it's Rob here. Rob Biddulph. Here's a little picture of me. Do you like that little monkey on my shoulder there? That's me. I'm Rob Biddulph. I am a children's author and illustrator. And I've written quite a few books. You might know me from books like this one. It's called Give Peas a Chance. All about Nancy here who doesn't like eating her peas. Or maybe you've seen this one here. It's called Show and Tell. About a class of children who will bring in strange and wonderful objects to their classrooms to show the other children and tell them all about them. But we are here today, of course we're here today, to draw a picture. Now then, the picture that we are going to draw today isn't from one of my books. It's of a creature that lots of you have asked me to draw online when you've been watching my other videos, okay? And this creature is a mythical creature. Today, boys and girls, we are going to be drawing a unicorn. Okay, now then, I thought we would draw a very cute little unicorn, if that's all right with you. And this is how it's going to work. You've seen these videos before, probably, but just in case you haven't, this is what I do. I will draw a little bit of the drawing on my piece of paper here. Then you can watch me do that, then pause your video, and then just copy exactly what I do on your piece of paper. Then start the video up again and I'll draw a bit more, then you can pause it, copy what I do, watch me again, copy, watch, copy, and at the end, I think we're gonna end up with a lovely picture of a unicorn that we can all be really proud of. Maybe you can stick it up on your fridge at home. And everybody, try and get whatever adults are with you watching this, try and get them to join in too. Because adults sometimes, they really like drawing again. They haven't done it for a long time, but they actually really like doing it again. So see if you can get them to join in with you. Okay, so what you need is a pen, a piece of paper, and that's it, really, in this video. So let's go, shall we? Okay, we're gonna start towards the top of our page with quite a simple shape. We're gonna draw a straight line across here, like that, and then we're gonna draw like a very tall triangle, like that. Now, some of you might be able to tell which part of the unicorn this is already, given that it's at the top of our page and it's a big triangle shape. So let's see if you're right, shall we, a bit later on. Okay, now, the next thing that I want you to do, I want you to put your pen around about here on this triangle shape, and I want you to come around in a semicircle, like that, to about there. Okay, so it's nice and easy so far, this unicorn, isn't it? You might have noticed that I like easy drawings. The next thing I want you to do is, from where you stopped, I want you just to go up a little bit, like that. Okay, in a very slight curve. Then I want you to come down again, and go around a little bit in a semicircle. Then we're going to go up again, like that. Then we're going to come down again, we're going to go a bit more over to the side this time, like that, okay? And then the last thing I want you to do is I want you to do another curve that's sort of going to join up with that triangle about the same level as where we started, okay? Right then, the next thing to do, I want you to put your pen over here on this side of this funny sort of jaggedy shape that we've drawn, and I want you to do a straight line coming down, quite a long way, about to there, I would say. And then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So another straight line coming down, like that. And then we are simply going to join these two lines up, but we're going to join up in a slight curved shape, like that. Oh, it's really starting to take shape now, isn't it? Now when I draw this next bit, I'm sure you're going to be able to tell exactly which part of the unicorn that we're drawing. Up here, next to this big triangle, we are going to draw sort of a leaf shape coming out of this shape here. So a sort of leafy shape like that. And let's do exactly the same on the other side. So it sort of goes to a little point with a rounded bottom. You can tell which bit we've done now, can't you? Yes, of course you can. These are the ears. This is our unicorn's hair. This is our unicorn's face, which means this bit, the very first shape we did, was the unicorn horn. Okay, now in our unicorn ears we need to do a sort of little shape very similar to the outside shape inside, but I'm using this sort of this brush pen here. It doesn't matter if you haven't got a brush pen, you can use a normal pen, but I'm going to try and make my line a bit thinner inside. I'm going to do one line like that, and then the other line I'm just going to do coming down like that. But can you see I've left a little bit sticking up at the end? It just makes it look like there's a little sort of fold of ear going on in there. So there we go, our 2 ears. Right then, now we know that this is the unicorn horn, so we are going to add some diagonal lines, just like this, going up our unicorn horn. There we go. Okay, let's give our unicorn some eyes. Now I think we're going to draw this unicorn. I think he or she is going to be having a little doze, so we're going to do her eyes shut, or his eyes shut. So what we do here is we just draw a little semicircle like that towards the top of our face. And we do another one exactly the same next to it, exactly the same size next to it, like that. Mine's going to be a she. This unicorn is a she. I don't know why, I just feel like she's a she, so I'm going to keep saying she throughout this video. Okay, let's give her some eyelashes. So we're just going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little lines coming down from that semicircle. Okay, let's do the same on the other eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, very peaceful she looks, doesn't she? Now then, let's give our unicorn a little nose. Well, not a nose as such, we're just going to draw nostrils. I don't know if you've watched my Gregosaurus video or my Nancy video. Oh no, Nancy doesn't have nostrils, but my Gregosaurus video, he has little nostrils. Okay, and this is how I do nostrils. Now we're going to do them, we're not going to do them right at the bottom, we're going to do them about here, so maybe just over halfway down the face and sort of towards the middle. We're just going to draw a little circle that we're going to colour in, like that. And let's draw another one quite close to it, next to it, like that. So 2 little circles for the nostrils. Ooh. And then what I do, when I do my little nostrils, I do a nice little swirly shape. Just coming out like that. I'm going to do the same on this side here. There we go. I don't really know why I do them like that. I think I just like drawing swirls. I think it really is that simple. There we go, there's our new unicorn's little nostrils. And what we're going to do, just above that, we're going to do a very thin sort of semicircle shape. It doesn't quite touch the sides of her head like that. That just sort of implies where her nose starts and her face stops. You see what I mean? Now I think she might be having a little doze, but I reckon she's having a nice happy dream. So let's give her a little smile. I'm just going to put it over to one side slightly. I'm just going to do a little tiny mouth like that. Oh, isn't she cute? Okay, now then. Lots of artists and illustrators, they think that horses are one of the most difficult things to draw. Do you know what? I think they might be right. I've always struggled a little bit with horses, and I know a unicorn isn't a horse, but it's very horse-like, isn't it? So, instead of drawing my unicorn standing up, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to do my unicorn sitting down, because I think she will look very cute sitting down, and also she's having a nap, so she wants to be having a nap sitting down, not standing up, doesn't she? So, this is how we're going to do this. Now this is going to look a bit funny to start with, but hopefully you'll get to see what I'm doing. What I want you to do is, just sort of touching the bottom right hand side of her face, I want you to do a big circle. Like that. Okay? And then I want you to do another one on this side. What are those, I hear you ask? Well, you know what? They are going to be the soles of her back feet, okay? Because she's going to be sitting down and pointing her feet towards us. So inside those circles, I want you to do a much thinner lined circle, just a little bit inside like that. And these are going to be the soles of her feet, just like that. I've done that one a bit bigger than that one, haven't I? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody is perfectly symmetrical, are they? And no drawing is perfect, and sometimes I think it's quite nice when it's not perfect anyway. Okay, now we're going to do her front legs. Now, because she's sitting down, her back legs are sticking out towards us, but her front legs are going to be, she's going to have her front legs on the floor. So what we're going to do, very simple, we're going to draw a straight line down from sort of the middle, and we're going to do another one right next to it, like that. And then we are going to do a line that comes off to the side of each of those vertical lines, like that. Slightly curved. Okay? And then here, at the end, we don't quite touch that circle, but we're going to go up. We're going to stop where we get to the circle, and then we're going to continue through there. So we do the same here. Up, we're going to hit the circle, then we're going to continue through there. And look, there are two front legs on the ground. And then I'm just going to add a little thin line there, just to tell us where her feet start. Okay, and now, unicorns, they have these lovely flowing manes, don't they? And her mane is obviously down the back of her head, but we would be able to see a little bit on the side. So we are just going to draw a little sort of jaggedy line, a bit like a Christmas tree, actually, coming down the side of her head like that. And let's do the same on the other side. So it's a bit like, it really is like a Christmas tree, actually, isn't it? There we go. And look, there's our sitting unicorn. And the last thing that I think we should do is we just need to, they have lovely long swishy flowy tails, don't we? Now her tail, obviously she's sitting on her bottom, but we'd still see a little bit of the tail, I think, just poking up here. So again, we're going to do that sort of jaggedy thing. Might do it sort of swirling round slightly like that. But there's her tail just sticking up behind her. And we've pretty much finished our unicorn now. There's one more thing that we need to do, my favourite thing, my favourite little trick of all. Can you remember what that was? Okay, that's right, shadow. We're going to add just a little bit of shadow down here by our unicorn's feet, just to make it look like she's sitting on something. There we go. Look at that. I really like this unicorn. Maybe I'll have to write a book about this unicorn, actually. Now, it's not actually quite finished because, you know, unicorns, they have these lovely horns in the middle of their heads. But did you know these horns are magic? So we need to add some magic sparkle around our unicorn horn. Now, if any of you have ever come to see one of my live events at a book festival or in a theatre, or maybe I've come to your school, you will know that whenever I sign a book, I always add a little bit of sparkle to your name. When I write your name, I add a little bit of sparkle around it to make it extra special. So I've done a lot of sparkles and I've got a very good way of doing it. What you do is, first of all, you just draw a few little crosses. Not too many, just a few little crosses like that around whatever you want to be sparkling, okay? Then what you do, you add a couple of star shapes. One, two, let's add a third one. We'll put the third one a bit smaller, we'll put it over here, okay? Then what you do, you add a little circle of dashes like that. Maybe one over here too. Just a little sort of sparkly circle. And then what you do, you add some dots and some circles. Quite a lot more of these, and you sort of fill up the gaps with little dots and little circles like that. And look, it starts to look really sort of magical and sparkly. And it's a really good way of adding sparkle to anything that you draw. Whenever you write your name, you could just add a little bit of sparkle around it like that. There you go, look at that, a magical unicorn horn. So, now we get to the time when we're going to colour our unicorn in. So you can do your unicorn any colours you like. I think mine's gonna be a white unicorn and have sort of nice, I'm gonna do a few different colours, I think, going on in my unicorn. But you know what? There's no rules to this, is there? So you can do whatever you want. And as you know, I like to colour super fast. So are you ready? I'm gonna go now. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there we go, our finished, coloured in, lovely, sleepy, magical unicorn. One thing left to do, you all know what that is, don't you? We need to sign our names at the bottom. Here we go, Rob. There we go. So, I can't wait to see all of your unicorns. So don't forget to share your drawings on whatever social media platform you're watching this on. Just use the hashtag #DrawWithRob. And hopefully I'll get to see it. I'm getting sent a lot of drawings, but I'm really trying my best to look through every single one of them. And I really, really love seeing them all. You're all so talented. There's so many brilliant artists out there. I can't quite believe it. So don't forget to share your drawings with me. And I hope you've had a really good time today drawing this unicorn. I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. And I am going to see you soon, very soon, for another Draw with Rob video. Until then, take care of yourselves.